Hello again, it's Jacob here. So today is Thursday. Yesterday I gave you an update of the market, what I see, what is happening. So maybe let's start with the coin glass. We can see that open interest didn't change so much since yesterday. Liquidations 350 million. Let's see, so 24 total liquidations 350. And we can see that we have quite balanced long to short liquidations. Okay, so liquidations, nothing new. Today we have a meeting over Clarity Act. Today, and to be honest, I don't know if it's going to happen because I know that there is a deadline for Friday, but I'm not sure is it this Friday or the next Friday. So I do not want to mislead you on this. Yesterday I also mentioned for you the Robinhood chain. We will see what will happen. We cannot forget that we are still in the bear market, which I explained to you yesterday. We are printing lower lows and lower highs, and there is nothing new in the chart. You can even see low, high, lower low, at the moment lower high. So yesterday, if you were watching closely my update, I told you that these closures above value area high, which we had over here, previously the value area high was here, it moved now a little bit higher, so this is the current value area high, but yesterday it was lower. So I told you that I don't like this consolidation above the resistance, okay? Because this doesn't look bullish to me at all. Locally, of course. I do not want to predict the future. And I told you that if you will be playing longs from here, we need to watch what will happen around this level, this, or this. There were three levels. And what's interesting, I saw the first rejection, second rejection, third rejection, fourth rejection. Because on the first two ones, I was like, oh, we can break it easily, okay? But when I saw that we cannot break above it, and I saw this candle which was swept all the highs, it was during New York session, we closed inside. Look at this closure of the candle, right below this value area low. I took a short. I closed my shorts couple of minutes ago. I closed them here, this candle. I closed it because I was targeting 63,900, so to take out the psychological 64. And when I saw we got the continuation, I was like, maybe it will go lower, but it's good that I closed it. So I still do believe we can go lower. Why? Because a lot of people were very bullish when we broke above this value area high, and now we are back below. You can see 4-hour candle closure inside because we value area high moved. So the volume profile is moving with the price action, okay? 1 second, this is the POC, this whole range. Why we have two POCs? Here is the POC. Okay. Yeah. At the moment, we are finding support at the previous resistance over here. However, it can be resistance also. We can put it here. We can put it here now because those candles were reacting from this resistance. But it's like I had this because it was untested. Now we break above, retest of daily combined with the with the moving average, short one. So I'm not surprised we are bouncing at the moment, okay? It's not a surprise. However, I think we have a lot of longs which were impatient and are trapped now over here. So preferably I would like to see at least golden pocket or equilibrium. So it truly depends. Like we can even go as low as this zone. Okay, let's try to mark it so you can see it clearly. This can be a zone of support over here, so 63,200, 63,100. This can be a support. However, my idea previously was, what if this is a big range? So this is the value, this is the high, this is the low. Now, since we put this high, we need to move this range over here. So this is now our range high and range low over here. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if we take out these lows again, because this is unfinished. Look, low, we didn't take out this low with this candle. This candle didn't take out this liquidity. Why? Like, that's a very good question. Now we can try to take this out. If we look at the market structure, it's high, higher, low, higher. It's questionable if it's higher high. In my opinion, no. But we printed higher high, higher low, and we printed the higher high over here. So that can be very tricky. People who are just looking at the market structure, they probably moved their stop losses over here or here. So why not to take them out? Maybe even take out this low and then continue higher. Locally, I see weakness. Locally, I see weakness. So locally, I see weakness because I told you about this level, right? This big range value area low, and this was looking bullish for most of the people. For me, no. And also from this I had my fips. Okay, you can see we break below this low, and we came back to retest this swing resistance, because we didn't find originally the resistance over here. We were trying to hold this, we break below, retest, and continuation. So as I said previously, we are still in the bear market. What is very important is to understand that this was our previous range here. We break below this range, and now we are creating new range. We can call it either distribution or accumulation. We don't know it yet. So we are creating a new range below the previous range. So this is very interesting. I'm not looking at this candle like I'm looking at volumes. Okay, so we had a volume here. Now we have a new volume here, and we didn't get acceptance in this volume, so we cannot go higher. We have acceptance in this volume. We tried to break above it, but then we were pushed down today. So what we can do about it? That's quite simple. Like, we have this smaller range, which I told you today about, but if we clean this, I will show you something. Let's clean all these levels to make sure we have very clean chart. This. Okay, this is also not needed. This I want to keep. Okay, so this is our volume profile. Yes, value area high, value area low, POC over here. This is where the price is accumulating, distributing over here. And I'm not saying it will happen, and we can stay here for a very long time. Like you see, rejection, rejection, rejection. We fake out the move out of the value area high, and we came back and we get acceptance again. So we are still again in the same volume. What is the most important is to see what will happen with the New York volume, right? Because New York volume was trying to hold us yesterday above. with the Asia and London, we came inside and we are trying to rotate again in this volume profile. If we take a look at it as the range perspective, this is our range high, this is our range low. So what's very important is that now we are in the higher part of the range. Okay, this is the higher part of the range and this is the lower part of the range. I hope it's for everyone understand it. As long as we are in the higher part of the range, combined with that we are staying above the POC, it's okay for continuation higher. Like we can come, I was thinking about it because this candle is the news candle. So if we, for example, come back here, retest the POC and again, we can lose the POC on smaller time frame just to retest the middle of the range and then continue higher. Okay, what the most interesting thing is we have 4-hour order block over here as well. So this is our like last order block before this impulsive move to the upside. So why not come back to test it? Okay, it is even below the golden pocket, so but this is right on the 774 and 81. I really like this retracement sometimes. Percentage wise, we can check how much it will be from the high. 4%. Usually Bitcoin likes to do around 5% drop, so 20x leverage is liquidated. So I would be interested in this zone, okay, to see if we find some support for continuation to the upside. Also, next potential support can be around value area low combined with the golden pocket. Okay, so this is our next zone of interest over here. If those will not hold, then I strongly believe we will print a new low, and this is, in my opinion, very likely. I saw too much bullishness lately. However, we need to remember that July and bear markets is usually positive for cryptocurrency market. We will see what will happen with the MicroStrategy, because they need to sell more and more BTC. I think the biggest players in the market are trying to get as many Bitcoins from them as possible, because people don't understand why there are bull markets and bear markets. Okay, in bear markets, smart money is accumulating as much Bitcoins as possible, and then they are ready to start creating the bull market. Okay, when you have bull market, when the price is moving higher, you always need to have sellers and buyers, okay, on both sides. So when you have buyers, let's say when you have bull run, everyone wants to buy, okay, and someone needs to sell those Bitcoins, right? So if smart money like funds, market makers, they are accumulating during bear market, they are selling during bull market. When they, for example, sell enough on their side, what they need to do? They need to buy more. So they start to push the price lower. When they push the price lower, people who bought the top or they were buying late, they are selling at loss. But when they sell, there must be someone who buys. So they are buying it back from you at a discount, okay? So if you take a look at it, it's very interesting. MicroStrategy, the biggest holder of BTC, okay? How to take BTCs from them? They need to create conditions where they are forced to sell. So now I think, because everyone is talking about the liquidation event of MicroStrategy, technically it's not possible to liquidate them in one go, but it's possible to force them to sell. So this is, in my opinion, what is happening now. And that's why they will try to push this price lower and lower to get as many BTCs from MicroStrategy as possible. And the people who are buying now, I think they were also the reason we had crash on Bitcoin and 2021 was this big crash. I'm always confusing 2020 or 2021. 1 second. When we had the start of this year, 2021. Yeah, so these people who are like ruling the market, they created all this movement and they were heavily buying all the way down. And on the way up, here they were selling. Here they were selling as well. This is my theory, okay? And I'm quite long in the markets, and I think I understand some of what is happening. So as on my previous videos, I told you like I'm looking to retest this consolidation. I want to buy over here around 40k, 42k, 43k. This is my level, not financial advice. This is purely my idea where I want to buy. We can also see POC over here. So if we don't find support over here, then I will be looking sub 40k. And of course we can go lower, right? But realistically speaking, a lot of people say now that we have the low. I'm not saying we have the low. I do not believe this. Am I right? I don't know. Like, but I'm just doing as I think. Okay. So if we don't find support here, I will be watching this. If not this, then I will try to find something around this previous consolidation, right? Because we broke above this consolidation and we didn't retest it. So if we come back, retest this and continue, that will be nice. The lower we go, the cheaper we can buy. So I'm really happy about it. What else? Like how we can join now possible short party. Now what I see, what is possible, second this candle, I think over here, if we come back here, I will try to short again, or maybe the retest of value area high. I'm using very small positions lately because I want to preserve as much capital as possible, and it's always better to be in the game than liquidating yourself in one go. What we can also try to check here is volume. So the POC or value area low is over here. So the same as we play all the ranges, we need to monitor what will happen around this area. Value area low, small range. If we see closures inside, this increase the possibility of going higher, okay? If we see visible rejection, we need to be ready to short again. And here as well, POC, okay? So usually when we break below the range, we like to retest either value area low or POC. So I have my alerts over here. It's combined with the VG. So it really might be interesting place to short. Solana, nothing interesting. I think this wants to go much lower. Like Solana is something like they pump like crazy and then they dump crazy. So I think on Solana ultimately we will see the retest of this zone. Like this is my bet. Below 50, definitely we will come back here. Ethereum, as always, as I mentioned many times, I want to see this zone being retested. So nothing new. If you really zoom out and you take a look at it as a range high taken out, range low not taken out, but for the range low doesn't need to be taken out. This might be enough, okay? Just to take out load of this whole move. So I'm not getting bullish here, bearish here. I'm just waiting for this zone, what is going to happen. Yeah, and apart from that, there's nothing new in the markets, nothing interesting happening. On Nasdaq, the interesting thing is this hanging man on the monthly candle. very interesting, very interesting. We also do not find support at the weekly moving average, and the closest one on monthly is below May low. So we will see what will happen. That's it from my side. Like, we know where we short, where we long. As always, it's not financial advice. This is purely educational. You can do with this information what you want. Thank you so much, guys, and see you on the next one.